So this is the first session of showing you guys our weekly showing stats here as a brokerage. All the numbers that I'm about to share come directly from Royal LePage Meadowtown and what our agents are currently working on. So this kind of gives you a little snapshot of what's happening each week in these four different markets: Halton Hills, Erin, and Milton. So let's dive in. Now, as we get into my market, Halton Hills, total appointments, we had 267 last week. There was 39 new listings that came up, and out of those 39, six sold, and the average days on market is 17.6, which the appointments to sold index is about 44. So previously last week, 35% changed over, right? So when I go through this, it just shows that Halton Hills is still a very attractive market. There's still a lot of people that are coming into our market and buying up the inventory. So as other pockets are having their own challenges, just with what's going on in their inventory, Halton Hills seems to be a pretty active market, which is good if you're selling, particularly in this market. As we go to Milton, there was a huge difference in appointments. So like last week they had a 1,092 showings, and this week they had over 1,800 showings. And the new listings that came on board was 97, and out of those 97 that were on the market, 26 of them sold, which puts the average day on market at 25. So the appointment to sold index is 6.9.73 as an index. So 26 properties sold this week. Still a lot of options out there in Milton too, but I would say that you're seeing, once we got past March break, you're really starting to see a lot of people just really go all in. I mean, Mississauga is one thing, but the showings in Milton are definitely increasing. So again, if you're thinking about moving out of Milton, you probably should start pricing out your house right now. Now, Erin's a different market. We've had, like, think about this. Erin's a very small community. They had 239 appointments that were booked, and 60 new listings came up, and 5 sold. And in those 5 that sold, it was 9 days on the market, right? So if you have a great value in Erin, your home like shows well, you've got a lot of upgrades. There's buyers that are trying to move out of there because the prices between being in the city, being more in the country, it's showing. So again, very interesting product that you can have in Erin. It just depends. Now, if you're looking for something that's more rural that has a higher price point, you're going to be longer days on market, but we'll have to get more detailed with that. But it's nice to see Erin start to move. I'm sure those agents out there are pretty fired up about it. Wow, look at it. So sales above 20% were asking, and 80% were below asking, which is fair. In Mississauga, we had 8,485 appointments. New listings were 402. Properties sold 85. So 33 days on market. Appointments to sold index is 999. So look at this. Like, it's last week there was 3,877 appointments that were scheduled, and there was 8,485 showing. So I like this. Mississauga is picking up some heat. So I have to say, it looks like I was combining, like, this number is combined appointments in Mississauga, Milton, and Halton Hills. Overall, it's pretty active. This is actually the true Mississauga one, is where we should be focused on. But look at that, 119% changeover from the previous week. 402 new listings, 85 sold. Lovely. So as we get into the combination of Mississauga, Milton, Halton area, the Mississauga above asking was at 28%. So again, if you were priced well and you had a lot of value in your home, you were able to actually achieve above asking. And that looks, the showings are indicating that people were getting out there and having a look and then making an actual decision on buying a house. In Milton, you had 38% were going above asking. That's very good. And Halton Hills at 17%. See, it's like Halton Hills is creeping up there. There's an opportunity there. So if you're priced right, things are going to move for you. Now, again, at asking price, Mississauga at 10%, Milton at 16%, Halton Hills at 33%. So it's very, like you're seeing in Halton Hills, it's very stable, right? That the buyers that are coming into the marketplace, the sellers who are coming on, they're getting matched up quickly, and you're seeing these stats because of it. Now, below asking, you have Mississauga at 62%, Milton at 46, and Halton Hills at 50-50. That's because of the price changes that's been happening as well, just adjusting with the market. So that's nothing unusual. And then when we break down into Mississauga, you have above asking freeholds were 36% and condos were at 20%. I could see that because the condo market, there's so much inventory in the condo market right now. It's really a buyer's market as well. At asking 13% condos again at 5%. That does make sense. And below was freehold 51% and condos at 75%. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that are just trying to hold out on their price and the buyers can smell it, but that's good. It means that new prices are being set in new neighborhoods. Milton, so we had above asking, you had 45% of the freeholds that listed in Milton sold above, and the condos zeros at asking freeholds were at 19%, and below asking was freeholds at 36%. So again, Milton, if you're pricing correctly, your house is going to sell, right? It's just a matter of just making sure that you're not getting too overinflated in your pricing. You just got to be very careful that making sure that you're just taking advantage of where you are positioned in the marketplace. If you're trying to figure out how your market is reacting in any one of these locations or even outside of the GTA, just reach out to me. Let me know kind of what your plans are. We'll do a full CMA on your property and see how the market's reacting in your area. Just send me a message. My number's there. You can reach out to me. Have a good day. I'll talk to you next week.